Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and as you can see, we've made some progress. Now, I promised we were going to do a ship build today, and that's what we're going to work on. But we need to talk about some of the things that are going on. We'll get into the ship build, but first we have to get started, so let's go. So happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week thus far, and setting up for a fantastic weekend. Alright, so we've been doing a few things. One of the things that I've decided is that I am going to depressurize the ship every time we open the door. I realized I'm the only person that's actually on here, so it doesn't really matter if I have that thing pressurized or not. Now, so what I've been able to determine as to why it's depressurizing is it is to do with the way that Space Engineers calculates the airtight seal. So what happens is when the first time you start up, you load in, you open the door, it's fine. Because it's doing a full check. What happens is that after that, it basically does a Cliff Notes version of the calculations, and the Cliff Notes version doesn't always jive with what's actually going on in the game. So yeah, that's a little annoying, but is what it is. Alright, so one of the things that we have done is, as you can tell, we have gotten the Sci-Fi thruster on the front and aft welded up. Yeah, I basically spent, I want to say, almost 12 hours processing uranium in-game with everything turned on. No pirates, surprisingly, attacked, but we did get a ridiculous number of asteroids. I take that back. We did have just the one scavenger spawn that you folks saw on Wednesday, I think it was. But yeah, the solar array took a hit. In fact, this section here, well, it's now 6 panels. At the time, it was still 3 panels. Took a direct hit. It hit that middle one and took the other 2 out with it. So because of that, we have a ridiculous amount of material around this thing, and most of the time we've actually been pretty lucky with it that the turrets are able to shoot it down. It just depends on which angle it comes in from. So basically, if it's coming in like down at a low angle, the turrets obviously can't hit it because it's too low for them. But like I said, fortunately, for the most part, it's been coming in at a high angle. And I think that's because of where I've been sitting. Basically, I've been sitting in the cockpit here. So it's been mostly centered on me. As the grid's gotten bigger, that area has spread, obviously. And I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 hours ago, that particular one took a hit. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so that brings us to what we are doing today. It is a little dark down here. Let's... I don't know if... I think Bob is active, and we actually have plates, so that's good. Okay. Let's set ourselves up. I already put the gear down, and Bob got a little rambunctious. Welded it up for us. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, it's pretty close to where it needs to be. See if Bob will weld that up for us, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to put one here. These are going to go away, so I'm not really worried about how they're positioned or anything like that. Actually, you probably... No? Okay. There we go, Weld. Nice of you to catch up to us there. Okay. And that should hopefully make it a little easier to see what's going on down there. We're going to add a couple more of those in. 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do one there. And one there. Now this is basically just so that we're setting up enough of a light area that we'll be able to see what we're building down here without having to worry too much. One of the things, before I forget, and I think you may have seen it when I was playing around going up and down the ramp, because of the fact that we were able to find uranium, you saw the 2 big refineries down there. We now have a small nuclear reactor, and I think, yeah, we're down to 190. We had almost 200 rods by the time everything was said and done between what I brought with us and the material that got refined. Let me see, are you guys still... What are you refining right now? You are still refining platinum, and you should be platinum and cobalt. Or, okay. Actually, that's a decent amount of platinum. We're going to need a lot of platinum. So I actually made... Oh, let me see. We have about 1,500 thruster components left. Actually, 1,700 thruster components left. Because the ship we're making is going to be using ion thrusters. It will be space only for mining purposes. But the thing is that the shield system, that small shield generator, requires 400 of these guys. And 400 of these guys works out to about 1,500. It's like almost 1,600 platinum. It's crazy amounts of platinum. Actually, it should only be about 1,200. It's almost 3. It's like just over 2.5. You can go away. Don't need those. Okay. Alright. So, yeah. But basically, that's what we've been doing there. And this is all welded up, which is good. Okay. So I had been starting to work on a design for the drilling rig. But I realized I was originally going to use it just for excavating, so it would just literally be a, terrain clearing drill. But I realized I actually need the materials to be recovered, because we want the stone to be recovered so we can use that for general material processing. But I'm also going to want that thing to be able to go with us for, mining on other planets, or not on planets, but you know what I mean, finding other asteroids for mining purposes. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to, take that off at some point. I'm going to set it up so that it latches probably onto the window or on top of the cockpit. I'm thinking the window is probably going to be safer to do this. I had originally thought to have it attached somewhere else on the ship, but we're going to eventually add to the ship anyway. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll just have it set up for now to attach out here somewhere. Now, once we have enough materials together to get that up and running, which is going to be a while, but once we have the materials for it, we may be able to actually just drop and latch onto there. So we are going to use the landing gear, or use a landing gear as part of the build. Now, because of that, we have landing gear, which Looks like it has moved. Space engineers, you're driving me nuts. Okay. So what is going to happen here? Well, first off, we're going to go small grid, and we're going to do a light armor block right there. And basically I want this to be able to incorporate most of that. So it's going to be at this level. And then here we are going to go... I don't know, do I want to do this? You know what? I'm not going to plan the greebling. We'll deal with greebling when we get to greebling. Alright, so if we're doing that, let's go ahead and bring... So if we're going to have this come down at least one block, for now, let's go one there. And so what the idea is I'm trying to plan where we're going to have areas that we can have negative space to put in things like antennas and ore detectors. So, as well as maybe some thrusters. Actually, I'm curious about something. So if we go Sci-Fi thruster, that's your small grid, large thruster. Okay, so it is a 2x1. Okay. Oh, that's going to be really easy to... Those are going to be really easy to incorporate. Alright. There we go. So large is a 5x5. I thought it was. Okay. 3. Okay, so if we do that... And get rid of that. So we have the old industrial cockpit, which has the 2 spots on the back. We have the new industrial cockpit, which has the 2 small on the back and 1 on the top. And we have the fighter cockpit that has the large on the back and small on the front. So it's got small on the bottom, doesn't it? Okay, so I think I'm almost tempted to do this one because it's got the large on the bottom. So what we could do is we could actually put a connector on that. That might not be a bad idea. So if we do that, because we don't really need to be able to see, we don't need the visibility that we would get from this. Oh, hello. Hey, look, we lost some more solar panels. Those are getting expensive, guys. Those are getting really expensive. Alright. I think we're going to have to put some more defenses out there, too. Anything... Ow. Anything up here get close to getting hit? Doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Alright, let's get this build going. So we're gonna do... Let's see if we're... So we'll do... Yes. So if we do that... Alright, so we have small on that side. Let's go O2 generator. We're going to get rid of that for a second. You're a large connector. Alright. Alright, so let's get rid of that. And we are going to go cargo.
Energy critical.
Alright, so if we do that, then we add you and you, and we're gonna go grab a little bit of power really quick. Oh, okay, it's a private sale. As long as it doesn't get too close, we're okay. But we are gonna come up in here just in case. Like I said, I don't want to have to abandon a new base, especially with, like, look at all this material around us. You're getting really close. You better not get within like 1.5 kilometers, otherwise I think our turrets may start shooting at you. Look at all this, just the amount of material that we've got from this this meteorite's rather crazy. Alright. Getting close, but you don't look like you're getting too close, so I'm not gonna worry about you right now. Alright. Bob's got us welded up there. Okay. So we can get rid of our cargo, we can get rid of the cockpit, and we can get rid of the O2 generator. Alright, so we need conveyors. We're going to grab our small conveyor array. Ooh. Ah, those are only large grid. Okay. We need a connector. Does I go with vanilla connector, or do I want... That's a connector pipe, large connector pipe. I think we're gonna go... Oh. Not a large connector. Please tell me you're not getting closer. At the angle that you're heading... Okay. Kind of tempted to put that right there. I wonder if that's funny. So it won't let me put the large one on. Oh, all right. So what we can do is we can actually set up a base, or we can set up a spot in the base for this thing to connect in using a medium block. It'll allow me to have a connector on it that will be able to attach that to. At least I think we can do that. Let me see here. Oh, it's actually, what's it called? It's called a is it conversion? Let's see here. Medium cargo. Conveyor tube. That's a medium transformer, actually. Can we get away with those? So I'm curious to see if this will let me. Nope. Won't let me place them on the large grid, so I'll have to do... I mean, I guess I could do an advanced... I don't want to do an advanced rotor, that would be bad. Okay, let's... Come here, you. It would work if we were tying it into a small grid, but... It's okay. There was actually a mod out that allows you to do that. So I'm not going to worry about too much right now. What we want is going to get rid of those. Your large connector pipe, connector tube. Can I get away with you? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to use the vanilla one. Because that one I know works, and I don't need to worry too much about what's going on around it. Alright, so now if we do thrusters, so if we do the large thruster, we can mount that there. Love to be able to take that back one block, but it's that damned. Actually, that's going to work out in my favor, isn't it? So if we do one there, one there, tank. Get rid of that for right now. And I guess it doesn't really matter because I would really only be using the oxygen as I'm burning it. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's fine. Alright, so let's get rid of the tank and we'll put a couple of batteries in. Now, for those who aren't aware, I actually like doing a slightly offset stack of batteries. Because what I will often do is I'll use the space in between these guys to place things like gyros. In fact, before I forget, since we're sitting here, we'll do a gyro right there. We will do an antenna. Actually, we're going to put the antenna down here. I think, actually, no. Put the ore detector in there. Because I think we can, hear that for a second. This is the space only, which, what do we need for that? Weak, strong, that is a lot of mass. So let's use the regular ore detector. Right there. We'll put our antenna right here, and then what we can do is we'll actually, I'll probably put some programmable blocks. I don't know. I don't actually. I guess I could do one programmable block for some LCD control. Alright, so if we go with what we have there. You guys are going to go. This is such overkill. I honestly don't need two of these for such a small craft. But how many blocks across are you? You are 2 blocks. Being awesome if you were 3 blocks. Yeah. So if we go that way and that way. Okay, let's get the ore detector out of there. Let's get that out of there. We are going to re-add block, and we are going to add, where's my drills? There we go. So if we go, okay, auto rotate, you need to knock your crap off. So if we do, can I get, how high can I get that? Oh, I'll have to take this as low as possible. And then we will have the same on this side. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put another one basically on top of it. But in order to do that, we need a block right here. So we're going to say that for there and that for there. That should be enough. Okay, we can't get there because it would, so yes, that should be right. And I want on there. It's because I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to mount it sideways. Man, I sometimes wish they would bring back the old. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. All right. I was going to say, I sometimes wish they would bring back the old models for things. Because some of the old models were actually really, really helpful. So if we do that, we are going to need to take out you, you, and you. So if we do, actually, no, we can get away with that. Because if we do that, we can then have that, which takes us 2, 3, 4. And then from here we say there. We're gonna do that to there. And here we're going to go 1, 2. Alright, so that gets all of those piped in. That gets that piped in. And we can rinse and repeat this whole process. There you go. Alright, so what are you missing? You are missing 40 power cells. I can actually queue those up down here. Oh, I need, what did I say, 40? Let's go 80. You know what? Hell with it. Let's do 100. And that should have, there you go. And now that's producing up there, not down here. So what I've done is I've basically given myself a bit more power, so I can now go here. We're going to take the drills out because we don't need any more of those. But we can now say a battery there, a battery there. Are you missing parts? You are missing motors and construction. Oh, okay. But we need one of these batteries to come online. But yeah, so basically what this allows me to do is I can now say with our small thrusters, I can actually tuck, oh hello, I can actually tuck these in. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, look at that, I can actually get you all tucked in here, can I? 3 and 4. So if we go one there, we can flip you guys.
Energy critical.
And if I want to be really fancy, I can do the same on the other side. We're gonna keep all these oriented mostly the same way. Alright, and for those who don't know, I am a very strong supporter of the idea of keeping your face out of the thrust nozzles of your, well, the what is it, the cones, well, nozzle, whatever you want to call that thing, the exhaust, the thrust exhaust when they're being welded, because they have a tendency of shooting out a little bit and taking your face with them if you happen to be standing there. So yeah, be careful of that. And that should give me 2 descent, 2 ascent on both, so that gives us 4. That's going to give us 2 on either lateral. And that's probably going to be a lot more power than this thing can put out. So just idling, okay, looks like everything should be piped in. Oh, those look awesome. Look at that detail work on those. Oh, okay, that thing is rather pimp. What are you missing? You're not missing anything. Nice, you're just an odd color. So let's go with that. Paint you. Sure, we'll paint you all. Paint you all orange. What do you look like orange? Oh, okay. You guys are so getting painted. I may paint the whole damn thing at this point. Those look rather awesome. Now, I don't want to paint the whole ship orange. We're just going to paint some of the deadly bits. Ah! No, not the... no. Okay, you're all painted orange. Okay. Why did I do that? Just because I could. Ooh. Fancy. I actually like that being a little bit brighter white than the default coloring. Alright. See, the rest of the ship is dirty, but that's okay. It's got a little dinge on it, right? Okay, so with where everything is, we can actually armor this up a little bit and make it a little bit more durable. But I think that is going to get our initial ship done. And if I find that I need another drill, I can put a drill on the front of this, which is one of the reasons why I have it situated the way I do, because if I decide to, I'll just put a drill here and mount it sideways. But that means we can actually bring that up, get rid of the rest of those blocks. Nice. Okay, so everything's set up, right? Okay, so I need to put a place for this thing to mount in and pull power from, which, to be fair, I think we're going to go ahead And we're just going to throw that down here for right now. Let's get rid of the stuff off of. We'll place it right here. Just for now, and we'll let Bob go ahead and weld all of that up for us. But now for the test. Alright, so let's get this stuff. Lock tools. And where's our landing gear? Our landing gear is here. Have it switch lock. And what's sad is that's actually going to come off sooner rather than later. We do want that. Alright, so this is going to be thrusters, and that's going to be all. Okay, now we can get those off the full blower. Okay, so let's oh, that actually works really well. Okay. That is amazing. So under full thrust, under full throttle, either forward or back, we've got a bit of power. 15 minutes worth. Which means we'll probably end up adding a couple of more batteries in. I'll probably throw one on the side here, since they're 3x2. They should fit behind the drills on either side, which would give us 2 more batteries. And then I could actually probably do, looking at it, I could actually do 2 more. I can put a lot of batteries on this thing. Alright, but because we don't have to worry about overcoming inertia, well, we have to worry about overcoming inertia, but we don't have to worry about overcoming polar gravity outside of an atmosphere. So as long as we stay off moons and planets, this thing should be okay. Alright, so you back up, slide over to the side there a little bit. We want you to switch lock, connector. We're going to turn off the power of this thing. Alright, and we want all of our batteries. What did we call this thing? This was small miner, or small space miner? It was space. Batteries. Alright. And we are going to set you to recharge. We look like we have mining carriage coming in, but that's okay. We're not worried about it. We're going to set this ore detector out to maximum range. And while we're here, start naming some of this stuff so we can tell what it is when we come over here. Miner, thank you. And you are going to be toggle block on and off. So while that's charging up, I want spotlights, because I hate not being able to see what I'm doing and where I'm going. So yeah, we're gonna put some spotlights on this thing. Spotlight there, spotlight there, and then just because I tend to be silly like this, one here, one here. And if I need to, I'll take them out to put. I don't think I'll need to for batteries, but you never know. And then I also tend to put these in on the sides, because when you start getting, like, if I start using this thing for actual mining, I'm going to need it to be able to see where we are as far as everything. You know what? No, you come out of there for a second. We're going to have you down like that, have you up like that, and we're going to do the same on the other side. I forgot, because the lights are odd for how they will sometimes pass through and sometimes won't. There you go. I don't have any glass, okay. And then we should be able to get one more right there. I really don't like how we're getting more parts this close. You guys are getting really close. Do I want any on the facing upwards? Maybe. Doesn't really matter. Okay. That should be more than enough lighting. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn those off. We want all of the spotlights that we have on this particular little grid. We're going to put all on one control panel, or on one button rather. Okay. And now we'll turn those off. Okay. Looks good. I actually like that little area there. I may keep that. You got really close. Okay. I really do like that. Okay, so this one went a little bit long. We got the ship built. We need to figure out where we're going to pipe into the refineries at. And like I said, what I may do is I may go ahead and see the reason why I was thinking,
Storm inbound.
you know what's going to happen is that little thing's going to take a hit, isn't it? I have no clue which direction it's coming from. Oh, it's over there. Oh. And what's bad is when we come back on Monday, I need to have more of this base built so I can get more defenses online so that we can shoot down a lot of asteroids, or a lot of meteors. Because, yeah, Monday's episode will be the first episode when the second AI comes in, as well as the increased Armageddon level of meteorites. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. All right, so this thing's. Let me go ahead and get this piped in here. I think. I just don't know where I want to pipe it in at, honestly. I guess we can. Let's get you out of there. Bring in large conveyor. Nope, that is not the conveyor I want. Oh, wait. That's because it's doing that. Alright, there we go. So we're going to bring this out. There. We'll fold that up. And I already have connectors on there. Okay. We'll do that. And what we'll do is that will allow us, you can go ahead and weld all of that up. That'll give us a place to connect into. Then I can take that connector out. I want to make sure that all of that is going to work the way I'm hoping it will. We're powered in just to make sure we have access to the cargo. Hey, look at that. Okay, perfect. That's good. Okay, so let's do a quick test of this, make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. We were going to take you all off. Now see, one of the benefits is with this design is that since we are doing that, let's get this out of here, we can go ahead and get that off of there. But because of the way we're doing this, we can set things up. Like if we need to, we can put another connector on here. Not that I want to have a connector on there, but it gives us an option if we need to, because what we can do is if we take that connector out, we can put armor in, or we could even put like a drop turret on it or something. Or we can put a turret back here, which will allow it to defend itself, which is important, which I may end up doing here. Actually, how much room do you need? I think you're too big, aren't you? Nope, you will fit. We may have a turret on this when you come back next time. I'll make a decision on it, but yeah, we may armor this thing up. Alright, so let's get our you know what? Gear. I'm just gonna call this small gear for right now. And I think we had you there. Sure. Alright, so we're not worried about that. Thrusters are turned on. We need our groups for the batteries. Small minor batteries. Okay, so if we do that, we do that, and we start the oh so lovely process of harvesting. And I think I forgot to turn tool shake off. And so, yeah, let's see how this works. Oh, the whole thing is shaking. Okay. So how full is our 40K? Oh, you pulled nothing out of there comparatively. All right. And then on our, we're removing terrain. So basically what I'm trying to do is figure out, like, for what I need to get going right now. Hey, we have light. Is which way is it going to be better for me to do it? I mean, that obviously gets rid of a lot of material. Alright, but it works. So what I may do at this point then is do that. And since we're in space, there is no actual up. So as long as the drills are taking out material, that's really all that matters. Now we can go. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see this little beast in person, let me know and I'll see if I can get it up on the up on the workshop. I've been having really bad trouble with getting ships to load. And I'm not sure if it's because it's the DLC or if it's because of one of the mod packs. So some of the mods that I've got loaded are discontinued, and I don't think you can subscribe to them now if you haven't already. But there are links for all of the mods that we're using in this playthrough in the description of the video, so be sure to check that out if you want to try some of these wonderful toys yourself. Oh, so if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. You know, it helps me know that you enjoy the content. If you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, be sure to hit subscribe as well. Not only does it keep you up to date with new content that comes out anytime I post anything, even to like the community tab, it'll let you know. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below as well. Like I said, it all does help the channel to grow, but it also, more importantly, allows me to know, or helps me to know, that you are actually enjoying the content. And well, that's what I'm here for. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. It is 1 a.m. Friday morning for me, and so I'm gonna get this video edited, rendered, upload it so I can go to sleep. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.